Hola, it's Angela here, and we're back again today with Matt from Ola Properties to give the roundup from January 2025 for the month's data for everything that's been happening in the Lecrin Valley and the surrounding area. So first and foremost, I think the news that's kind of happened a couple of weeks ago and came as a big surprise and a big shock is this 100% property purchase tax that got announced by Pedro Sanchez. We did a video about it as soon as it got announced. I've been inundated with calls in the Lecrin Valley. I know you have, and our other colleagues have. I think it's a phenomenal announcement. Fresh into 2025, and it scared a lot of people. And I think the way it's being conveyed in the media outlets through Northern Europe, also in the New York Times in America, it's been taken out of proportion. I think we just kind of need to rein it in a little bit, and nothing really is being set in stone yet. So it's that people are quite scared, but I don't think this will actually go through anytime soon.
I mean, you're right. We did do a video on it, so if someone wants to see the full information, it's on our channel. But brief overview: Pedro Sanchez, as part of a 3-hour speech of plans for 2026 until 2030, mentioned in a 1-minute part of it 100% increase on non-resident, non-EU buyers. On their purchase tax, or no, just on their tax. Didn't actually say what it was for. This has caused a huge amount of speculation, and you're right. My favourite headline was in the UK: Brexit Brits banned from Spain.
It's all about the Brits.
Yeah, of course it is. Whereas in reality, if you look at the actual stats, they quoted 27,000 people bought a property not to live in full time, or no, 27,000 non-EU non-residents. It just gets confusing. But the reality of it is less than 1%, or about 1% of the market in Spain. It'll have absolutely no impact.
No impact at all.
Most of the heads of the autonomous regions have said we're not doing it. Internationally, in Davos at the moment, it's even come up in Davos with the forum there at the moment, and everyone there said it would just kill investment in Spain. So the reality is, it isn't going to happen. I'll hang my hat on that. It won't happen. If I'm wrong, I'll eat the hat. But it could be the start of something, the start of a momentum, where maybe people who aren't coming here to live and are just buying holiday homes, they might start to implement something. But the reality is, a lot of people who own properties that are being rented out as tourist accommodation are actually Spanish.
Exactly,
So it won't actually impact the market in the way that they're trying to, I think, in any way or form. The majority of holiday homeowners are Spanish, not foreigners.
And I think also the ones from abroad that are looking to buy here are actually doing it as an investment for the future. They might not be coming over straight away, but they're looking for retirement, so that could also have a knock-on effect.
They're not speculating. So bit of political posturing. It's really got headlines around the world.
It's put us on the map.
We know it. Puts Spain on the map. We'll see what comes of it. We'll keep everyone updated, but if it's a worry, don't worry about it right now. Would be my advice.
Brilliant. I think going on to, that was the breaking headline. We have had some local headline for a new project that's happening in Motril.
Yes.
I know Amy, one of my colleagues, went down there to the opening event where they were just giving the overview of what their plans are for the next 5 to 10 years. And one of the plans was to create 4 new 4-star hotels. Caveat on that, though, with sustainability.
That's the big thing, because it's a super exciting project.
Definitely.
And the difference, there's been a lot of concern about it of, well, is that just going to make the Costa Tropical the same as Costa del Sol? Over tourism, buildings everywhere, overdevelopment, etc. Drive all the locals out, the usual things that come up. But it's not. They're looking very much at how to make it sustainable, realistic, providing employment opportunities, and looking at how to work within the environment as well. It's really interesting the forum they did on it, and all of the information. Motril's already becoming a slightly bigger place on the map due to the cruise ships.
Yes.
So they're trying to extend this tourism thing. That's also drawing Salobreña in as well.
Exactly, yeah.
We're seeing more inquiries for that. So yeah, I think it's a really exciting thing. We'll cover it more as it comes up, but it also attracts more people to the area, which in turn, they tend not to just move to the coast. They will filter out from there as they base themselves and start to explore the area.
Yeah, I mean, I think Motril's been known for quite some time. Yes, it's got the cruise ship there, so you can get across to Morocco and other places. That's actually been expanded as well as the port, so it will bring more people in. But as you said, they might not all want to be on the coast. And they certainly know that for the value of property on the coast, they might be able to get something bigger with a bit more outside space a little bit further inland.
Well, we're definitely seeing that with buyers who were originally looking on the Costa del Sol and Malaga, for example, who are now moving a bit further towards Costa Tropical, inland in particular, towards Lecrin Valley, for example, where they've realised they can get more for their money and it's not as overcrowded.
Exactly.
So if you're coming because you want a bit of peace and tranquility, it's an hour and a bit from the ski resort. A lot of people can still get good flights from Granada because they can go to Barcelona, Madrid, and hop to wherever they're going from there. We'll see in the summer whether they come back with flights to the UK, but I'm not holding my hopes out for that, but we'll wait and see.
But I mean, even so, Malaga, it's 1.5 hour, 140. But it's not like you're in built-up traffic. It's a nice road. It's an easy road. Yeah,
the Autovia de Mediterráneo is a lovely road to drive.
It's not like being
Makes you feel like you're going somewhere lovely, doesn't it? Yeah.
You see those mountains, you're going up into the mountains, you're like, oh great, I'm going on holiday, or I'm coming back home. It's a fantastic destination.
So we'll see. It's an exciting opportunity for the area, I think. Yeah.
Brilliant. And I think the third point that was also covered in your newsletter that you put out the other day was tourist licences. We're back on tourist licences yet again.
The news item that doesn't go away.
It's continuously there,
we've seen some big changes with tourist licences. The big thing is that tourist licences are being banned. The press around the world are grabbing onto it brilliantly. I saw some press articles where tourists banned from Spain for 3 years, which was because Malaga have put a hold on issuing any new tourist licences in 43 or 44 neighbourhoods for 3 years. So it doesn't quite translate to reality, but hey, it doesn't make a good headline otherwise.
No, I know.
Granada ceased issuing all tourist licences and have now announced a ban on tourist licences in 4 different, or an outright ban on 4 different places, including the Albaicin, and are not currently issuing any more licences. That's giving people a bit of concern. It's certainly buyers who maybe are thinking, I could live here for part of the time, rent my property out now and again to help cover costs. We've seen a big change in people expressly asking for properties with a tourist license.
Definitely.
Even though those licenses can't be transferred, it does show that the licenses can be obtained.
Yes.
But many municipalities, Lecrin in particular, I know you were speaking to one of the ayuntamientos over there. Yeah,
I had some really good conversations with them because, we have a lot of conversations on a weekly basis. And I think one of the things, particularly from buyers that have expressed to me, oh my gosh, I've seen this headline, that means I can't buy because this is what I want to do. So I went and had meetings with the mayor and the local technicians, and basically had a really good discussion about, what will happen here? They still want tourism.
Yes.
They still want to attract people. We depend on tourism in that area. But there will be changes to how these licenses are obtained. Now, at the moment, you can do a responsible declaration to show that your house has certain features and can obtain one. Moving forwards, it may well be that you need a first occupation license, and I know a lot of my buyers have been, no, we need that. So again, speaking to the sellers to say, you need this in place.
Yeah, there's changes happening, and I think it's important if someone is buying or selling a property, that they know and understand what those importances are in the market, because it will be easy to market something incorrectly. And if you haven't got the information up front for buyers, you're putting them off from the beginning.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah.
I think also coupled with that, I've seen, and I know you certainly have, a huge increase in demand from buyers from the UK and America. Lots of conversations.
Yeah.
I think well over 40% of the recent conversations I've had since just before Christmas have been American buyers.
Yeah, it's huge. There's a huge demand from America. No surprise with the political changes that have happened there. I'm not commenting on that. I'm not going to go into that in this forum. But no surprise. A lot of American buyers are looking to get out. A lot of UK buyers are looking to leave the UK.
Yep.
In particular, we've seen a big surge of that because of the golden visa being stopped in April. That's driven a lot of people forward, not only for properties. I'm dealing with several buyers at the moment who specifically want properties between 500,000 and a million to get their golden visa, but also there's buyers about who already own property here and they want to buy another property in order to make it up to the 500 and get their visa.
I've got a client like that at the moment, actually from Canada, so not from America, but already has 2 properties here, needs a third to just take them over that threshold so they can get that golden visa for when they need to come over, so they can actually come over here and stay. Yeah,
so and also US buyers will generally only deal with agents that are registered with the NAR in the States, because that's what they're used to, because real estate works very differently in the US.
Definitely does, yeah.
So as a member, I'm often speaking to our colleagues in the US. They've got a lot of people who are looking to buy here, which is great. But also we're seeing an increase in people looking for non-lucrative visas. If they miss the golden visa, they can still afford to do a non-lucrative. And again, it's a lot of UK and US buyers in particular in the first few weeks of January. That's no surprise. Northern Europe tends to come back around February, March time. So I would say to any sellers, a lot of people wait until the spring to sell their property. Like this year, don't. There's a great opportunity right now. Don't miss out on that, because in the spring, lots of people put their property on the market. All that competition. There's a lot more choice, a lot more competition, and buyers can be more choosy. Whereas at the moment, there's not so much on the market. So there isn't. There isn't a lot at the moment. So again, like you've said, if a seller wants to, if they're considering doing it at some point this year, and you have made that decision, do it now, because the buyers are there waiting. Do it now, they're waiting. Brilliant. That's been a fantastic recap. No problem at all. And I think on the back of this, if you want further information, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook channels. We do have a lot of followers on there, but if you want to know more information, subscribe, and then you'll get this through on your feed. And if in doubt and you want any more questions, get in touch with us. We're really happy to help. So I'll say bye for now.